Greetings, everyone. We're playing a new game today. Something about being fresh, kid. I don't know. I always have Marcos and Terrence with me, but we also have a guest. You have already met Jovah before in the past, and please introduce yourselves, the other person.
Hello, this is Shiroi or Kitty from SCRWM, and yes, pretty big fan of Splatoon.
So yes, the first ever, well, I guess we can count it a SCRWM and Bluezones crossover, seeing as how there's now more than one SCRWM member.
No,
here.
Deji, no! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me guess, you prefer the female.
We're already off to a great start.
You see the reason why I thought Jovah was here is because I thought Terrence wasn't going to be a part of it, so I was like, just in case.
I mean, it's always nice to have a backup plan.
Yeah!
And hey, I am a fan of Splatoon as well, but yeah, you know, like MLP, with Splatoon, people prefer the female design.
What?
No. There's male characters in LLP?
Yes.
Besides Spike?
Back up there for a second.
Believe it or not.
You're getting in very dangerous territory
controls,
there,
my
buddy.
dude.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not
You're
a
gonna turn this off, right?
No.
I just occasionally watch the show. That said, it is a good show, and by God, it ran for a long time. But basically, what I'm saying is that people tend to prefer the female Inkling design. I guess it's because they're the ones that say "Womi," whereas the boys are the ones who say "Yes."
It was mostly to do with the hair at the time.
Yeah, Splatoon.
Too,
I'm glad that Splatoon 2 gave the guys better options. Look at you. Oh. You know what other franchise should do that? Pokemon.
In every single Nintendo game where you can customize your character...
aren't they doing that finally in Sun and Moon?
Well, yeah, in every single Nintendo game where you can customize your character, the females always get the better options.
I'd say Animal Crossing and Splatoon got it right.
Well, hold on. Splatoon or Splatoon 2 more so?
Same franchise.
Well, you know what I mean, though, Michael. Didn't, like, the first Splatoon have complaints regarding this or that? But,
yes.
Okay.
Not enough customization at the time.
I'll give my history with the franchise as such. I've played the first one. I own it. I'll probably be the one doing that for the channel, since Shiroi definitely has the market on Splatoon, as she wishes the sequel had been called.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still not over that.
Really? Yeah.
No.
Actually, this is like a little side note. The cover box art for this game, I really like it.
Oh, yeah.
Both games, it's really good.
It's really clean. I've never played Splatoon 2. I've only played the first game. I played the first game for like 20 hours. I tried online. Wasn't really for me, but the story was kind of fun. But I didn't really want to...
I understand, the
No, I was just saying, I didn't feel like really dropping $60 on 2 because I know it's more of a online playing basis. And I heard that the single-player campaign was pretty bad until the DLC.
Pre-Octo expansion.
Yeah, go figure. Splatoon 2 apparently improves massively on the multiplayer and online, but as a tangent, unfortunately from what I have heard and been told, the single-player campaign for Splatoon 2 isn't as good.
I thought you owned the game.
Oh, yes, I have. What I'm saying is, like, well, from what I understand, people didn't like it as much. As someone who's played them both, I didn't really have that strong an opinion on either campaign, so I'm trying to go off the consensus here. Like, I mean, well, okay, I'll admit, I didn't really actually get to finishing the main campaign of the first game.
Sacrilege.
I mean, I did. That final boss fight is really... That beats poppin'.
Bad?
Oh, I was talking about the song.
Oh, the music? Oh, yeah, the music's great. But it's like the fight itself. We'll get into that.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I'm mixed up with a completely different game. I actually have played the campaigns of both Splatoon games. My bad.
What did you mix up?
They're both very similar, so I don't blame you for not really remembering.
Yeah, I had that mixed up with Ninja Law. Sorry about that.
That campaign I have not played, but I have played the online, and it's pretty fun.
That's a thing.
Anyway, basically, from what I recall, I don't remember too much of the first game's campaign, but I do remember the final boss with Calamari Incantation, which is wonderful. As for the second game's campaign, I remember that a bit more, but that's mainly because that was the one I played more recently. From what I have heard, and I can sort of get where people are coming from, apparently the campaign for 2 feels more tacked on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily.
Both games
I
were
guess I can-
rushed, but I think 2 was more rushed than 1.
Like we're.
Which is...
Well, let's put it like this. We can give 1 a slight shortcoming because 1, it was on the Wii U. And
apparently
so
people
everyone
like the
kind of.
campaign of 1.
Well, huh?
Apparently
No.
people like the
No,
campaign
we're talking
of
about
1.
in terms of being rushed out.
Oh, okay.
Because like 1, it's a new IP, showed promise, so, and it was also on the Wii U, and one of the few games that people were looking forward to that year, besides Mario Maker and Xenoblade Chronicles.
Wasn't it quite
So-
late to the Wii U as well in terms of its life? I don't quite remember.
Yeah, came out 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It came out late enough that people were praying that it would that the Inklings would come to
Smash,
Smash 4.
As DLC.
thank God they made it into Ultimate, because they would have been such a fucking nightmare in 4.
What do you
Really?
mean?
How
Just-
oh,
What, you
they're-
think they would have been the Bayonetta?
Very fucking close. They're pretty much S tier in Ultimate, so. Then again, Ultimate
Well,
You know, it's funny, I barely see anyone place Inkling.
because they have a high level
I'm-
cap. They are
it's fun.
So what you're saying is smart people played them.
well, not
Oh,
no. Shut up. I mean,
It-
they
You're
have.
K.
It's funny,
Rule Bane,
it-
shush. You don't get rights.
it's funny you
According to
mention that.
Marcos.
I just like Unga Bunga.
It's funny you mention that because Inkling is actually one of my mains, and I do kick butt with it a lot.
Yet you've never gone against them against me.
That's because we don't play Smash as much as we used to. Why is that?
I play Smash every day. I haven't versed Deji in Smash in probably 5 months, maybe even
Yeah,
more.
same.
But honestly, I
As a
don't.
matter of fact, I played Smash against you a couple days ago.
I don't think I've
That's
played
a-
Deji in Smash this year at all.
No, we played.
Did we really?
Yeah.
I don't
think
remember.
Oh yeah,
Don't
yeah,
remember.
we did. Usually. Jesus Christ.
you
Fucking
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
That's actually a fucking good comparison.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
see these.
I've
go on
been thinking
down,
about that
Miss
for
Wade,
5
we're
years.
friends. That show's so fucking weird.
So,
That
It
tapeworm
was.
episode messed me up. Speak on the
Oh.
topic of Nickelodeon, this aesthetic of the game feels like it's a lost Nick show.
it really
Yeah.
does, doesn't it?
So does the
got-
American marketing specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't
Although
be
I was
surprised
t-
if that was the point.
Although
Basically.
my friend, when she doesn't play games and when she saw the commercials for it, she said, it reminds me of Toontown. Like, no.
I guess I can sort of see some
Color
of the
palette
similarities
wise,
if you
maybe.
count. And I guess there was technically that painting minigame in Toontown Online as well. Anyway, basically, part of the reason that this game is incredibly renowned was like,
Oh
well,
no. Oh no, it's the FBI. I mentioned Mr. Meaty. No!
oh god. Speaking of Mr. Meaty, the weirdest episode to me was always the girl sauce episode.
Is that the one where they made a girl out of meat?
No. That's the one where Parker gets turned into a girl because he eats a burger or something, though. He consumes too much girly sauce,
Oh.
which apparently changes you into a girl.
there's so
That
much fucking-
sounds stupid and
I'm
creepy.
trying.
It was
so
2006.
Hard. I'm trying so hard to keep my fucking mouth shut.
Anyway, regarding this game, though, this game is renowned for being one of the few in a, well, kind of a sea of, shall we say, experiments that Nintendo partook in to see what would be the newest great IP. And there were quite a few failures, like Wonderful 101.
I wouldn't call that a
That ga-
failure because that game does have its cult following. I
think that-
personally
okay,
It
don't
didn't
like
do.
the game at
It
all.
didn't sell well.
Okay,
The game
the
straight up bombed.
Let me put it like this, guys. I consider it a failure because it was bad enough for Nintendo to go to Platinum and say, okay, you know what? Go ahead. Make it multi-platform. Like, this is Nintendo we're talking about. When Nintendo give the go-ahead to make something multi-platform, that usually is a sign that they're washing their hands of this. I mean,
I
these are the guys that
suppose.
saved... Remember, these are the guys that saved Bayonetta because no one else would, so...
Which doesn't make
Nintendo
any
normally are the
sense.
guys...
It's because they remember, they wanted the Wii U to cater to hardcore gamers at the time.
I'll say this, Nintendo
That was
are doing
the initial point.
Which is weird because a
It's-
lot of games for the Wii U are very user-friendly. Well, besides the stupid, Game Gear controller.
But yeah, basically, in a sea, and I do mean a sea of not what we would call successes, Splatoon stood out as being something that really resonated with the fans a lot.
Wait a minute. That key sound effect. Those are the same fucking sound effects from Mario Odyssey.
It's like it's the same company. No, actually, it's the same sound effects from Galaxy.
Oh, guys,
It's a stock
do you
thing, I
remember?
guess.
Yeah.
Guys, do you remember when there was that fake leak that suggested that Mario was gonna go to the Inkling home
They
world
should-
and
what?
as
All they
DLC
should-
for
Like a
Odyssey?
Sunshine crossover. Kind
Missed
of.
Look, all I just
opportunity.
wanted
that
was
would've made me a happy
aisle stage, and just
Missed
give me
opportunity.
Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush, and I'll be fine.
Well, Dads, if leaks are to be believed, you might get an actual HD remake of I'll definitely know.
If
I
any
would
Mario
be
game,
happy.
I don't.
Let
if
it
any
happen,
Mario
please,
game
for
is
the
getting
love
a
of
3D
God.
remake, it's gonna be fucking 64.
It's not going to be really a remake. It's probably just going to be ports.
I'm
quite
okay with
honest.
that. I'm totally fine with that.
I'll be quite honest, if 64 gets a remake or remaster, it ought to be the DS version. I know everyone
Thank
loves the
you.
64 version, but
Thank
the DS
you.
version is technically the definitive version.
It's fucking nostalgia why people love 64 so much.
Like, okay. On
I
the one
mean-
hand, there is the problem with the control scheme of the DS being directional button, but it's like I say, remaster it so that it supports analog control.
Just use Odyssey's physics.
I have a better idea. Why don't we just make I'd rather they just take the ideas of 64 DS and put it in a completely original game.
Well, I mean, at that point, make a new game, but we're
Yeah.
discussing the possibilities of a remaster or re-release here, and re-releasing 64 in the way it is, I'm sorry, something's gotta give. And if it comes to the point where a remaster is the case, then like I said, remaster the DS version just with analog control!
The fuck? What?
Yes, this is
So-
an all-scroll run.
Anyway, might as well talk about this game. So, in Splatoon, you portray an Inkling, one of the many citizens who evolved from squids after humanity supposedly died out in the Great Flood. Wait, oh my god, is this possibly connected to Mega Man Legends, which has that
Shut up.
very same backstory?
Oh, they probably could have gotten it from the Bible, which is where they both got it from.
And then God proclaimed that humanity would become painting squids that are allergic to water.
Wow, evolution sucks.
Yeah, that's the one thing that
Oh, hey!
I get it
Hey,
for a
hey.
joke because obviously ink and water don't mix, but they're squids.
Because they have more ink inside them than...
It's interesting though because the art book does actually depict them swimming.
Yeah, and they
Right.
technically can swim and smash.
Yes, but they get hurt,
so-
which is a
Yeah.
very good detail that I like. I think.
But consider the following though. Instead of instantly getting killed by water, they can actually survive. So are those some super squids or something?
Well, it's the thing about Smash is that starting with Brawl,
Yeah.
obviously, every character has different swimming idols. Some characters do better than others. Like Sonic actually gets hurt in the water, which is fucking hilarious. And so does Charizard and Incineroar.
Okay. I get why they made Sonic get hurt, but technically water isn't poisonous to him. Also,
It's
he has
supposed to compensate for, it's like, you can't really have him automatically die.
Yeah, it's
Once
just
he-
a joke
'cause
because
that'd
he
be-
can't swim.
Well,
guess
he
it feels
technically did
weird
swim in the
because
Olympic
he-
Games.
Yeah, but he had
Not
he
only
had-
that,
he
but-
had water wing. He had the floaty.
Yeah, but what about Sonic Colors?
Brawl came out before Colors.
Wait, hold on, but I don't think he gets hurt in Brawl when swimming. I think
Yes,
it's
he
only
does.
with Ultimate that
No,
he gets
actually,
hurt when swimming.
he has the least swimming time out of all the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know he's definitely crippled in the water.
Anyway, as to the gameplay of the campaign here, essentially what you're seeing is similar to how what people consider the main game, aka the multiplayer, to go. The objective in a main game of Splatoon is to cover as much land as you can in paint, which allows you to traverse through it more quickly here and there. Occasionally you will come across opponents who will splash an opposing color, which will slow you down here and there. In the campaign, your main objective is to find the Great Zapfish. That's right, society's entire means of powering itself is through a giant fish that gets stolen more times than Princess Peach gets kidnapped, honestly.
Wow.
Why
They
must
never-
Inklings and Octolings fight?
Shut up.
Don't worry, Des, that's what Splatoon 2 is for. Oh, speaking of which, when we do eventually do that game, are you going to cover both the main and
Yeah.
the DLC campaign?
Well, the
it's
Octo
part of the,
expansion is the best single-player thing in the game, so
yeah, it's part of the story too.
yes.
Yeah. Even
So-
delves into Captain Cuttlefish being a racist.
So what are you guys' overall thoughts of this campaign that we're doing right now?
It's really good. It's pretty much Super Mario Galaxy Light, or for the people that are a culture, Donkey Kong Country Jungle Beat Light, because Galaxy definitely elements from it.
Yes, I know. It's the same company, Deji. Everyone and their grandma knows. Ew. I
What?
forgot about that. That looks so weird.
Yeah,
The
I'm
ink
glad
trails.
It looks
I'm
like
glad
a,
that
Oh,
2
the
allows you
interest.
to grind rail.
it looks like a booger. I mean, if it was green, it'd be a booger.
Don't worry, we'll get to that in later levels.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's like you guys say, this does feel like a missing Nick project. This would probably have been great on Slime Time.
Viacom could have made
Yeah,
that.
remember Slime Time Live? Remember?
Yep, I remember.
Thank
You remember
God.
going
Far
outside?
remembers.
I remember
What's
going out to
that?
the movies. Those were good times.
I mean, weren't you going outside for a run earlier today?
Well, I'm making a joke. That
You can still go outside.
Okay, better question. You remember when so much as going outside wasn't dangerous by just being within 6 feet of a person?
That
I
depends on
remember
where you
those
are.
times.
I miss. You know what I miss? I miss going to the movies. I
Same,
really,
but
I miss-
that's
I
also-
really do. That was so fun.
Same, especially
Ca-
as it's something
Canada
I
gets
started
it.
doing more recently as well. Like,
Technically,
Yeah.
some movies are open, but in terms
But
of
why? Why
brand
would
new
you go
movies,
there?
in terms of brand new movies, though, yeah, pretty dead.
Like they
You
say,
know what I
miss,
but
Phelan Hart said that he just saw the SpongeBob movie in theaters. I'm like, what? But I remember he's
Yeah.
in Canada, so
how are they
Yeah,
even distancing properly in theaters anyway? Are they taking out seats? Like,
I don't know.
That's a good
I don't
question.
know.
I'm sure they must be seated within like a few.
But don't
couple of
worry,
seats.
Terrence. I'm
Call it
sure you
6
can go
overall.
to the movie theaters later this month to see New Mutants.
Oh wow, Disney! Disney are finally going to put that thing out to pasture.
I don't
forgetting
care.
Either
that's a thing.
succeed or die.
I don't care about that.
So I'm gonna be.
just don't get
I'm
it.
just gonna be honest. If it's not Wolverine or Deadpool, I literally don't give a shit about the X-Men or the mutants. And maybe
Wow.
I'll be
Normie.
quite
and the
Wow,
90s
that's-
cartoon.
Wow.
Normie.
You know, here's what I don't
Not
get.
even
Why
Gambit or
would-
Rogue or
No, being a normie would be liking the X-Men. I don't like the X-Men.
What people? No, don't you know? Nobody knows who the X-Men are anymore.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how much Disney
we
changed
have-
their
we-
tune on that after they bought it.
Sorry, Terrence. Jovah's here. We have to meet that quota.
Of what?
Referencing MVC Infinite.
Hey,
Oh.
you did it. I never asked for this, okay?
He's got you there.
Yeah.
You got your baited.
Oh boy, I do believe that may be a sign for the boss.
Why, yes, it is.
So how are you going about this? You're taking a world down in every part, or
No.
some of them
That'll
are a
be-
bit too long to do that.
Yeah. Since the first world is the shortest one, I decided to just cover it there.
So, guys, how would you recommend newcomers play this game? Like, play the campaign first before going to the multiplayer?
Play the campaign
Yeah.
first, yes.
Easily.
Because it's just
It's like a tutorial.
tutorial.
Yeah. Teach you the basics
Now,
of
if there's
which
one
weapon
thing
does
I always...
what and how to
Now,
play.
there's one thing I like about both Splatoon games. The boss design, for the most part, is good.
Why does it
They look
have
freaky.
And by
Those are toy legs.
Those fucking legs are so weird.
That's messed
Not
up.
toy legs, mannequins. Those are mannequin legs.
That's even worse.
Yeah. What's inside? How do they look like inside?
It's got to be some sort of squid.
I assume. I think you mean Octoling markers.
That was Terrence.
Terrence.
Wow,
Terrence.
wow, bro. That's
It's okay. They have the same personality too.
that
I
hurts my
understand.
feelings, brother. Probably you could chill.
Well, I mean, the Octolings are technical geniuses, so I don't know what's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was established in Splatoon 2. It's like, yeah, they are smart. Yeah, his first boss, it's basically a stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's,
Inklings won the whole.
ouch.
Oh,
So it's basically that
Yeah.
fucking Mario Party minigame.
Which one?
Go figure.
The
There's only a couple of hundred of them.
The Splatoon
Yeah,
one,
they
where
even
you
made an
literally
entire
have
game
stamps.
dedicated to 100 of them.
You know, one thing that's funny is like, well, in a way, even though Splatoon 2 is obviously, you know, well, okay, from what I understand, Splatoon 2 is the game that more people bought, and thus is probably the more popular.
well, it was
of
on the
two.
Switch, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Whereas
Splatoon 1
Yeah.
sold 5 million, Splatoon 2 sold 10 million.
Pretty good. Wow, literally
Jeez.
double. So, it's funny though, a lot of people say that Splatoon 1 is considered at least the more iconic one. I guess that means that it's the one that technically has what people consider to be the series' leads on the cover.
Yeah, because more people prefer the Squid Sisters compared to Off the Hook.
Speak
Oh,
for
actually, I was
yourself.
talking about Orange. Actually, I was talking about Orange Inkling Girl.
Sorry,
and
people
Blue
that are
Inkling
actually
Boy.
fans of the game, it's not simps.
You can
I'll
say,
admit,
Deji, you can say the real word. Just call me a cumbrain.
I'll admit, I kind of prefer.
Or Galarian
Off the
or
Hook.
Manitan, whichever you prefer.
Actually, sure. Which one do
I'll
you
call
prefer?
you,
Off the Hook or the
Off
Squid
the Hook.
Sisters?
Sorry, it's no contest.
Yeah, me too.
Squid
Don't get
Sisters
me
are
wrong.
great, but Off the Hook is just there, being great.
Look,
so
I'll just say it like this: Calamari Incantation is my favorite Inkling song, but Off the Hook do have more songs that I remember.
And we'll get more about which our taste in music in the next part of Splatoon. See you in it then.
See ya.
yeah.